Hello guys! So, welcome to the Premiere Crash Course video for our demo reels. So you should have everything all rendered out. I'm sorry if you can hear some stuff in the background. There's somebody, I think, mowing their lawn or something. But you should have everything all rendered out, and now you're working in Premiere, or maybe you're still rendering while you're putting all your stuff in Premiere. So here's just a quick crash course in how to get all your stuff uploaded so that you can then upload it to YouTube, Vimeo, your website, so on and so on. So we're just go on ahead and open it up, and go on over to the new project, and you're gonna get this. We can leave all these things the same, that's fine, whatever. Go ahead and name your demo reel. If you're doing this in sections, if your computer can't handle doing it all at one time, you can name this whatever scene that you're doing, and then you can put it all together as well. That's completely fine. And then go ahead and hit the browse button down here. This is going originally to the autosave location, and we want to not have that go to the autosave location. So it opens this on up. I have made a folder where all of my folders are going to go. Keep doing that. Sorry about that. So I'm just going to copy over that address and put it on over here. And then I have this saved, and I'm going to go select folder, and so now that's going to my desktop, into my folders needed, and then it's a demo reel. So inside of my folder, I have all of my animation renders and any other image renders that I need. So this is all in one location. Just like Maya, Premiere's going to need to access all of these items that you're putting in, all the files that you're putting in, to be able to reference later. So if you don't have these all in a folder like this, then you go open it 3 years later and you're on a different computer, it's not going to still be there. You'll have to relink those again. So go ahead and throw everything in one folder, package it. So we have a nice little package that you can keep around with you to edit things in or out later. Alright, so go ahead and press OK. And then wait. Cool. So we have Premiere open here, and there's lots of stuff around for boxes, just like Maya. Cool. First thing that you need to do is upload your media. So you have a little import area here. You go ahead and right click on that and go up to import. Then I have my animation. So there's a couple ways to do your animation. First, you can, if this is all correct and you don't need to edit out different sections, I would advise on doing this way, where you just click on the first one and then make sure image sequence is uploaded. This is going to work because when we rendered out our file, we had this number extension. Now, I said before, if you did the dot number, then some programs, sometimes it doesn't quite catch. It thinks that it's the .jpeg.png extension, so you might have some issues with that. But if you did the underscore, it should completely find all of these images as long as they are in the same place. If you are on a Mac, it will have a little options, and you can pull that down and then press the image sequence. So we're going to go ahead and hit open. And it's going to import all of these files. And now you see this came down as one object. And I can, Premiere stops being a butt, bring it on over here. I just held down on it and dragged it over into our timeline. So now I can go ahead and play this. I can squeegee over, or I can play. Right? And then if this is going too slow or too fast, I can right click on our video and go to speed duration and either slow it down or speed it up. And I'm just holding down the right click and dragging it along here. So if I go ahead and press OK, now this has become shorter. Cool. Then say in post, this is my ending pose. I can come over here and these are where all of our tools are. If you hover over them, they will pop up. I'm going to use this eraser tool and cut here and grab this again. And then we can also extend this manually. I can grab the right side of it. Down here is how you can extend that. So I can just grab the correct way. There we go. This number extension. Now I said before, if you did the dot number, then some programs, sometimes it doesn't quite catch. It thinks that it's the .jpeg.png extension, so you might have some issues with that. But if you did the underscore, it should completely find all of these images as long as they are in the same place. If you are on a Mac, it will have a little options, and you can pull that down and then press the image sequence. So we're going to go ahead and hit open. And it's going to import all of these files. And now you see this came down as one object. And I can, Premiere stops being a butt, bring it on over here. I just held down on it and dragged it over into our timeline. So now I can go ahead and play this. I can squeegee over or I can play, right? And then if this is going too slow or too fast, I can right click on our video and go to speed duration and either slow it down or speed it up. And I'm just holding down the right click and dragging it along here. So if I go ahead and press OK, now this has become shorter. Cool. Then say in post, this is my ending pose. I can come over here and these are where all of our tools are. If you hover over them, they will pop up. I'm going to use this eraser tool and cut here and grab this again. And then we can also extend this manually. I can grab the right side of it. Down here is how you can extend that. So I can just grab the correct way. There we go. That was weird. And now I could just extend this out. Okay. Obviously that is too long, but you get the point. Okay, I can bring this back in. There, now it's working. Cool. And then you can just take those and re-put them in and repeat. Make sure you get the same speed duration. Alright, cool. So the second way that we can upload these all in, sorry, I also wanted to say, if you did want to do this section and you did have something that was going on that you didn't really like, you could come in down with the razor blade and cut the section that you need to bring back in, and then pop that out and replace it with another video there. Cool. So if you have a lot that you need to go in and edit, you could do it the frame by frame that way as well. Sorry again. You could extend out. So you could have that section there and then extend that out so that section went slower than the other sections. But we could do this frame by frame. So again, I'm just going to go into import and I'm going to now highlight them all. So last time you only wanted to do that first one and then image sequence and then highlight these all. You can notice even if I do a couple, this image sequence doesn't work. So highlight them all and hit open. And now all these files are going to come in as separate images. Now you will notice in these over. There we go. So all of these are now separate images, and they all play very long, which is something that we don't want. So what I'm going to do is highlight them all. I'm going to right click and go to speed duration, just like before. Say it's 12 frames per second, 24 frames per second. So I'm going to go to whatever speed you think is correct. And now I have a bunch of gaps, so that's not good either, right? We don't want that. So playing a lot faster, but there's a bunch of gaps in between. So what we're going to do is go up to sequence, and you're going to go down to around the middle bottom and do a close gap. And they are all going to be brought in together, and now your animation will play, which is still super slow for me. So I'd want to slow that down. I mean, speed that up. Cool. Okay, so what if you recorded a video and you had for your idle animations and you want to show that because that's really nice to show your reference, right? So I'm going to bring this back in and expand this out. So for this purpose, I just exported my video for Beefy Guy. I'm going to actually, you can just drag and drop this into your imported files. There. And I am going to bring that one in. If I can grab it, thank you. And drop it right above. And you'll notice that we now have a secondary window. That's cool. That's what we want. We want the two windows in here, but we do not want it in the center. Alright, so what we're going to do is with that one selected, go to Effects Control and Motion. And when you click on Motion, you're able to now resize this and move this around. So now you can stick your video down in the corner. And now they will play at the same time. Cool. Awesome. The next thing that you can do, I'll just show you here, is we can go into our editing captions. Sorry, I blanked. So we can go into our captions, and if you have any models that you haven't built or anything that needs to be referenced, you can go ahead and drop this down here, or if you just want to title each one, so maybe you had a cool name for the pose or whatever this was doing, whatever this was referencing, or you want to keep that over in the corner, just maybe make it look a little more professional, maybe have it stand out a bit. We can just grab this, sorry. Yours might come in looking like this. Once you hit the captions button, you can go over to browse, and then you can come over and just drag this in here. Just lose my thing. Yeah. You gotta find it. Two. Whoa. My Premiere is freaking out. There we go. Freaking out because I'm on the trial one. Maybe you want to keep your name in the whole thing, so I'm just going to do that maybe. Ooh. This caption. I'm just going to move this over. Cool. So now I have that caption that comes in there. Go ahead and play around with those for each one of these. Cool, so that's the video portion, and now we're going to do just dropping in your still images to get that transition in there. Alright, so I need to find my images. So I've just gone and dragged my whole Maya scenes in here. And I have my two hammer images. I'm going to go ahead and grab those and pull them on down. And then I'm going to grab both of those and bring them in here. So now you have each of your images in here, but if you notice, and we would want those to be the opposite way. They do not fit into our box. And this says fit. We keep changing this around. It's not going to fit our screen. It's going to fit to this general box. What we need to do is come in here and right click on our image